Happy first Monday of the month. My favorite kind of Monday. I'm hitting that reset button the most out of this last month of the year. One of the things that a lot of us working moms will be faced with this time of year, especially in the corporate world, are those dreaded year end reviews. Most people I know wait until the last minute to get theirs done. And when we actually sit down to do it, we find ourselves staring at a blank document, trying to figure out what to write, trying to remember all the things we accomplished this year, which for us moms with a million things on our plate, it's hard to remember what we did yesterday, let alone what we did 8 months ago. So I want to help you make the year in review process a little easier and more importantly, help you write one that really sticks out, shows your manager how awesome you are, and get you one step closer to that promotion you were going for or that bonus you were hoping to get. And we're starting with this week's quote: don't sell yourself short.
Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life's weekly empowering episode of Monday's Motivational Mindset. And you know what that means. It's time to kickstart your week with a boost of inspiration, positivity, and a full lot of motivation. Working moms, I get it. Mondays can be tough. We all know that. But they're also a chance for a fresh start, a new opportunity, and the perfect day to set the tone for a successful week ahead. I'm Carrie Pat, your host and fellow working mom. Every week, I'll be sharing a motivational quote and we'll break it down, share stories, and uncover the wisdom it holds for our unique journey as working moms. So whether you're getting ready for work, making those school lunches, or just enjoying a quiet moment alone, let's dive into this week's dose of motivation. Let's make this Monday count.
This week's quote is: don't sell yourself short. As working moms, we're used to juggling everything: our family responsibilities, our crazy jobs, and maybe even a little me time when the stars align. But when it comes to advocating for ourselves, especially during something as significant as writing our year end reviews, many of us hesitate. We downplay our accomplishments, we focus on the things we didn't do, or we forget to celebrate the things that we actually did achieve. And this quote, "don't sell yourself short," is a reminder to really recognize your value, own your wins, and advocate for that credit you deserve at work. And writing your year in review is your opportunity to showcase everything you've contributed to your company. And it's time for you to do that with absolute confidence. Why do we sell ourselves short? It comes down to the way most women approach their year end reviews and the mindset we have going into them. And you know me, I am all about flipping that mindset. So here are a few mindsets that you really need to keep in mind when you go to sit down and actually write your review. The first is the self-reflection mentality. Women often look at year-end reviews as a time for self-reflection, where men tend to look at them as opportunities to advocate for themselves. And when you look at them as self-reflection, of course, you're going to end up looking towards the things that you could have done better. And yes, you should absolutely keep them in mind for your own personal goals, but your year-end review isn't the place to highlight where you fell short. So I want you to focus on the positive and all the amazing things you did instead. The next one is the team player mentality. Many working moms may hesitate to take individual credit for a team's accomplishment. While teamwork is absolutely essential in the corporate world, your contributions within the team are unique and should be highlighted. And if you worked on something as a team, your manager might not know the part that you actually played in your team accomplishing that goal. So don't let your manager make assumptions and don't let anyone else take credit for your amazingness. The third is imposter syndrome, and I've been guilty of this one. You might feel that your achievements aren't as significant as they really are, but guess what? They are. Achievements don't have to be these groundbreaking, impactful things. Maybe you found an easier way to do things or found an error in a spreadsheet that was important. Those things really do go a long way. Maybe you streamlined a process that saved time. Maybe you mentored a colleague and they're now doing amazing. That counts too. Juggling a lot of projects while still maintaining great results. These accomplishments matter no matter how small they are. And the fourth, you have limited time. With everything else on your plate, carving out time to actually sit and reflect and write thoughtfully can feel like just another thing on your ever-growing to-do list. I hear you, but this leads to rushing through the process and totally underselling yourself. Instead of scrolling through social media, open up that notes app on your phone, or even better, your email, and start brainstorming things that you did this year. And side note, as I was writing that outline for this episode, I started getting flashbacks of all the things I accomplished this year. And I literally opened up a Word document and just started jotting things down as they came to mind, because if I didn't, I would totally forget them. And number 5, I struggle with this one all the time: fear of seeming arrogant. Women, and especially moms, are often socialized to be humble, but advocating for yourself doesn't equal bragging. It's about presenting facts. And honestly, this is the one time a year where you're supposed to brag about yourself. I feel as women, when we talk confidently, people take that as conceitedness, but if you're good at what you do, put it in your review. When you are able to reset your mindset, you are able to reframe that narrative. When you sell yourself short, you're totally denying yourself that chance to grow. And here's the truth: your year end review isn't just a task to check off, it's your opportunity to take control of that narrative and really position yourself for what comes next, whatever that may be. You could think of your review in three ways. First, a highlight reel. This is your moment to showcase your greatness of the year. It's not bragging, it's being thorough. The second is a confidence booster. Seeing your wins on paper can really remind you of how great you are, what your strengths are, and what you're capable of. And last, a career building tool, and this is a big one. A well-written review can really open doors to raises, promotions, or special projects that align with your overall goals. We're going to go deeper into how to write your year-end review in tomorrow's episode, but I wanted to highlight some of the areas where us mamas really sell ourselves short and what we could do better to really stand out in our review. The first is focus on your results, not just activities. Instead of listing what you did, focus on what you achieved. Use specific metrics or outcomes that really can be impactful. The second, use confident language. And this is where a lot of women fall short. Men are so good at this, but avoid downplaying your contributions. Own your efforts with bold, assertive, action-oriented words like I led, I delivered, I achieved. ChatGPT is great for this one. Third, highlight challenges you overcame. If you faced obstacles this year, frame them as opportunities for growth. Discuss what you learned, how you adapted, what you did to overcome those challenges. And again, throw in that confident language wherever you can. And fourth, include soft skills. It's not just about what you did, but it's about how you did it. Highlight skills like collaboration, leadership, adaptability. Go on LinkedIn. They have that whole skill set that you can start clicking around. Look at those words and see how you can throw them into review. Working moms often operate under crazy pressure, especially this time of year, managing our professional responsibilities while being the engine or the captain or whatever metaphor you think of when you think of all the work you do to keep your family going. And throw in the holidays and we're on complete overload. So it's so easy when that self-review time comes to just want to get through it without giving it that much thought because you just want to check that box and get it submitted. But I strongly encourage you to take the time to celebrate what you did accomplish. Advocating for yourself isn't arrogant. It's a necessary step if you want to get your bonuses or if you want to take that next step in your career. And remember, your manager won't likely remember all the amazing things you've done this year. They're busy managing multiple team members and responsibilities and having to write their own review. But your review is the chance to remind them of your value. And the more you write, the easier you're making it on your manager to write their review for you. They will appreciate it. And I swear, I'm speaking from experience. I tell my team, the more you can write, the better. Tell me how awesome you are. This is your one chance to get it all out on paper. So with that, my challenge for you this week, mamas, is to commit to not selling yourself short. And here's what I want you to do. First, create a wins list. I want you to take 15 minutes to just write down everything you accomplished this year, big and small. If you have metrics, personal growth, team contributions, any kudos from leadership or your peers. And if you have anything in writing from other people, that's even better. Direct quotes from people higher up on the ladder is great to add in there. Then you are going to practice self-confident language. I want you to rewrite one or two of your accomplishments using strong, action-oriented phrases. And lastly, celebrate one win. Take the time to reflect on one of the amazing achievements you're proud of this year. You have to have one. I don't want you to sell yourself short. Find one, celebrate it, share it with a friend or family member. Treat it as a reminder of how amazing you are. So mamas, whether it's the impact you've made at work, the lessons you've learned, or how you've grown this year, don't let self-doubt keep you from owning your value. When you write your year-end review this year, do it with confidence, do it with clarity, and remember, don't sell yourself short. You're worth every bit of recognition you claim. Well, I hope you found this episode helpful, and don't forget to come back tomorrow where I go deeper on how to write a kick-butt review this year. If you have any year-end review tips that you would like to share, come on over to our Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms, and tell us all about it. If you don't already follow the show, take a second and hit that follow button so you never miss another episode. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life. or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.